Yes,
If you
sir.
would like to go over any evidence, we will do so after you've given your testimony, okay?
Okay, no worries.
All right, sir. I want you to start from the beginning to the end. What has brought you in here today with these charges that you're pressing against Mr. Block?
Okay. I got on duty today and immediately heard calls of a hostage being brought down from the top of the Maze Bank. The Fleeca Bank off of Legion Square. Myself and Sergeant Rhodes both rolled up on scene at the same time to find Mike Block and 3 other individuals named Forty, Daquan Dumas, and who's fourth? Mel Rickenbacker, holding up Bill Mays while he was handcuffed, and then drove off in a pickup truck. Chase ensued, taking multiple jumps. Very dangerous jumps, by the way. To which point they finally crashed out next to the old burger joint on Vespucci. We went on a chase. Mike Block went up a ladder. I lost sight of Mike Block, but we got Mel Rickenbacker was injured and taken into custody, and Forty was also taken into custody at the same time. So while waiting for them to get treatment in EMS, Daquan Dumas and Mike Block came up out of the back of an ambulance with 2 EMS in the front and held them up and forced us to hand over both of our suspects. And then they took off and held the EMS up at gunpoint and demanded the keys to the EMS to the ambulance. Another chase
Hey, but
ensued.
tell them how we did it, though.
Hold
It
on.
was slick.
Mr. Block, please don't interrupt. You'll have your chance to speak, okay?
Oh, why?
Okay,
right,
I will admit it was slick. They were in the back of the ambulance, and as the EMS got out, they got out of the back of the ambulance and held them up from behind. A chase ensued with the ambulance. We performed several pit maneuvers before it finally hit some spikes that were placed down earlier by Sergeant Rhodes, amazingly, might I add, along the construction yard next to the courthouse. They all got out on foot. We were all commanded that since they had been extremely dangerous during this chase on multiple accounts, and then also took several government employees hostage, that they were to be warned, notified that there was a PD chasing them, warned several times and giving some kind of time, and if they refused to give up, then they were to be shot due to several different situations throughout this chase. Mike Block continued to run and did not listen to officers as he's being chased. Therefore, he was shot down, and everybody else on scene was caught.
Okay.
He told me not to mention the evidence until after I was done with my testimony.
Right. Yeah, I wanted him to go through the testimony first, and then we can piece the evidence that he has submitted along with his testimony. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right.
So you don't.
Do you want me to go on to the evidence now, or just wait?
I will hear from Deputy Rhodes. It's senior deputy, isn't it?
Sergeant.
Sergeant. Oh, congratulations.
Well, thank you.
Well, good. Good on you. Good on you. Good.
I appreciate it.
Outstanding.
Boo.
Perfect. Mr. Block, please don't boo. Are you on your phone over there, sir? Are you smoking a cigarette in my courtroom? Mays, put the phone down.
What?
Jesus
Oh my
Christ.
God, pay attention.
All right, Deputy Rhodes, do you have a statement for the court?
Yeah, so mine's going to be very similar to Bison's, given that we arrived on scene at pretty much the same time. It was the parking lot behind the Fleeca at Legion Square. Upon arrival, I saw 4 individuals. One was Mel, the other 40, the other Daquan Dumas, apologies, and Mike Block. They got into a red Bison that they've continuously been kidnapping individuals in and hurting them. But they got into the vehicle, they fled, eventually resulting in their vehicle being disabled. TLDR, they continuously fled. Mel got into a gray or black color 4-door after shooting a local for it. He was then shot down. 40 was placed in cuffs, I believe, by Bison. We brought 40 down to where Mel was so that we could consolidate them and get them medical attention. Upon EMS arriving, we then found out that they had been kidnapped. They then held up both EMS. I know Daquan had robbed one of them. Mike may have robbed another. I'm not certain on that at all. So I guess we'll omit that. But they then jumped into the ambulance, taking off in it. I made it very clear to units on scene that given that they had kidnapped government employees, that they were to be warned once they crashed out or on foot. If they failed to surrender, that they were to be shot down, given that they were fleeing felons at that point. Which I guess is what happened. I wasn't on scene. I had stayed back with, or let me take a few steps back. The ambulance
Sure.
had crashed into a vehicle, resulting in the driver passing out. Peanut then jumped out of the ambulance and attempted to steal that vehicle. He was told to surrender. He did not do so, and he was shot as a result. So that's where I sort of end with everything. I'd already processed Peanut. But in terms of being on scene of things, I wasn't on scene with Mike Block here afterwards.
Okay. All right. Officer Bison, would you like to
Yes,
go
sir.
over the evidence that you submitted?
Yes, all the evidence that I submitted were just possessions that he had on his person at the time of his apprehension.
Okay.
It's pretty much where most of the charges are coming from. None of these, he does not have a weapons license, to my knowledge. Last time I
Alright.
checked, and both IDs do not come back to him.
Okay. So both identification cards he had on him are not his. That
Correct.
bank card is not his.
Correct.
The 4 weapons he does not have a weapons license for, and the oxy meth he does not have a prescription for. Correct. Okay. And those monies, the money's dirty, counterfeit, and per your inspection.
Like Sergeant Rose says, we didn't witness him rob anyone or anything.
Mhm.
However, due to my experience especially with the items laid out on his person, these all equivalent to what is usually taken out of a robbery, so they're being held for evidence.
Okay.
The card we charge regardless for any kind of bank cards, especially if
Right.
they don't come back to the person.
Okay. All right. All right, Mr. Block.
These men are fucking liars.
Okay. Mr. Block, I don't know if I don't believe you've ever done a bench trial with me before.
No.
Right? Okay, so you see the judges off to it'd be your right, my left. Okay. They may allow you to get away with disorderly conduct in my courtroom, but I
They
don't.
do. They do.
Okay. All right. I actually believe you, Mr. Block. I don't know. All right. Can I get your statement, sir? To
Yeah.
this court, and please remain cordial at all times.
All right. Yeah, I can curtsy.
You can curtsy. There you go. That's what I like to see.
All right, look, Your Honor, motherfuckers of the court, yo. These officers, I was climbing up a ladder and they tased me and shot me while I was still being tased, dog.
Okay. Is that your statement to the court?
Nah, here's the thing, yo.
Okay.
This is what happened.
I want you to contest these charges. That's what you're coming in here for.
All right, fine, yo. Here's the thing.
Mhm.
Let me look.
Okay. Do you need me to read the charges to you again?
Nah, I got the list, dog, right here.
Okay.
All right. One of these charges of possession of a class 1 firearm ain't right because
No?
one of them wasn't loaded and I had used it because a pregnant woman owed me money because she borrowed some meth off me, yo. So I
Okay.
handcuffed her to a stop sign and pistol whipped her with it, but it wasn't loaded, dog.
You're not being charged with criminal use, if I'm correct.
Right,
It's
but I'm
criminal
saying I wasn't
possession?
using it as a firearm.
Oh,
I was just
you were using it as a blunt object or an
right,
instrument.
right.
I see. Okay.
So I think one of them is wrong for that, though.
Okay.
And then what else? Kidnapping of a government employee. That bitch back there, the dispatch, yo. Here's the thing, yo.
Can you describe?
Did
to
we
me
break
what,
into
no,
her
hold on, hold on.
house?
Well, let me pause you right there, sir.
Yup.
Because there's several women there. I don't know who these people are. When you say that bitch right there, can you
The one that looked out
describe
of the Tim Burton movie.
the one with the gray and the silver hair?
Yup.
Okay. You may proceed, sir.
Here's the thing about the kidnapping of the government employee, yo. She willingly got into the car, the sleigh, and we was having a nice conversation while the oven was being preheated.
Mhm.
But the thing about, like, she pulled a gun on us, so we had to shoot her we had to shoot out her kneecaps and burn her home down.
You-
So I
I'm
don't know
sorry,
how
you
that
burned her
kidnapped.
home down.
It was out of self-defense, yo. We
of
burned her house
self-defense,
down out of
You burned her
self-defense,
home
dog.
down after she willingly got in a vehicle with you.
Right.
Okay.
Because we was just
Proceed.
talking and we was chilling, dog.
Okay.
Oh, theft of a government vehicle? That
Mhm.
motherfucker, because, all right, so we was like, yo, we want an emperor for these government employees that we're kidnapping right now. And they said, I bet. So they brought us a car, and we was going to take that car, but this motherfucker was like, with the fucking Hanson hair, was like, yo, you should take the ambulance instead, dog. It's better. It's pretty good in the snow. So he walked over and gave us the keys to
Okay.
that.
So to get you correct here and make sure I'm going over this correctly with you, you
Yup.
say the gentleman that looks like Hanson. I'm assuming that's the blonde-haired EMS gentleman
Yup.
with a cup of coffee.
Yup. You want it? Yup.
The unauthorized cup of coffee in my courtroom,
Probably whiskey in it.
probably. And then he just throws the
Littering.
cup on the ground.
Littering.
Couldn't even take it out and put it in the trash receptacle. Is encouraged you to take the EMS vehicle instead of the Emperor.
Right, because they had brought that up for us and everything. Ask him, yo, but we didn't take it because that
I
motherfucker
do
said
believe
it.
I will have these come up if they choose to, and I'll question them. All right, go on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
that's
wait,
what
did-
happened with that.
Are you pulling Mbop here up to the stand?
Potentially, we'll see.
All right. I'm writing shit down.
All right.
What else? Oh, so this whole thing started with Bill Mays and shit, right?
Yes, Bill Mays. You
But
said
wait,
this
there's
started
more.
with Bill Mays.
Yeah, the roof is it that he was talking about. We handcuffed him on the roof because Bill Mays said, "I hate America."
Bill Mays said he hates America.
Bill Mays.
Damn. I
We
believe
asked him if he liked Christmas because we was doing our thing, and he said, "I hate Christmas, but I mostly hate America and Americans."
Okay. All right. I'll have to find out if that's okay.
All right.
I'm
Goddamn
disappointed if that's
And
true.
like I said, one of these guns
bullshit.
Okay,
was
one of
used
these
as a
guns-
weapon against a pregnant woman with a drug problem.
All right, but do you see where they would still charge you with possession of a firearm even if you used it?
Oh
in an
shit! Wait,
alternative
I shot her in
manner?
the kneecap. All right,
Okay,
never
so
mind.
You're
Yeah, that do make
clarifying that you
sense.
did.
I forgot. I just
load
thought
a
I beat
round
her
in the
ass with it.
chamber and pull
Right.
the trigger. Okay.
Yeah, I shot her in the kneecap.
Is the pregnant woman here by chance?
I hope not.
You shot her in the kneecap?
Right. Hey, just look for some bitch that look like she's smuggling watermelons with a limp. That's gonna be her.
Got
Oh
it.
God, not
Okay.
another pregnant woman in
Oh
here.
my lord.
Baby will grow up and
What
become
about
a
the
district attorney inside of a month.
what about the stolen identifications? Where did you get those from? Where did
Oh,
you possess?
yeah,
where
yeah,
did you
so,
come to possess those identifications? if
So I
they're
was doing
stolen
my
or not?
thing.
Mhm.
And fuck, I forgot who it was, yo. I threw a brick through someone's window and then I hopped in and he was sitting on the couch watching Friends, so I punched him in the jaw and I
Okay.
said, "Hey, give me this shit, bitch. Fill this box up." And he gave me this ID, yo, out of
Okay.
his safe.
Let me back you up. When you say you threw a brick, do
Right.
you remember the riots in LA in 91?
I do.
Do you remember the gentleman that was yanked out of the truck?
Yeah, the truck driver, yo.
Reginald Denning was his name. Was it like you kind of wound up and went up on one leg and then brought the brick down on his head, or did you just kind of throw the brick through the
Nah.
window and it hit him in the head?
Yeah, because I lobbed it.
Okay.
Yeah, I lobbed it.
You lobbed it
Oh.
kind of like a grenade lob, or you just
Or was it more like Kevin
Underhand,
McAllister in
yo.
Home Alone 2?
No, I was underhand. I underhand
you
lobbed
like a
the
slow softball pitch, or
Yeah,
you
like a-
talking like
yeah, like a softball league for old
Okay.
fucks, dog.
I got
Well,
you.
that-
Okay.
I got it. It's like that floaty pitch from the rookie that struck
Right.
out that one hitter.
Yeah, I lobbed it because I thought if I lobbed it right, it might hit the guy on the couch too.
Right.
But I fucked it up, so I had to punch him in the jaw.
Okay. All right. So that's where you
Yup.
came into the possession of the identification.
So after I got done knocking him out and turning his gas stove on and leaving it open, I took the ID out his home after he gave it to me, dog. And then the other one, this Carla Jax, I think that hey, ain't you that EMS bitch?
Is there a Miss Jackson in the courtroom?
I took
I'm
that
right
from her
here.
because we was
Okay.
looking for some other bitch who was talking about how she hated Christmas, yo.
Okay.
And I thought it was her, but it wasn't. Because we was
All
looking for
right.
that other bitch.
Okay.
I was
so
like,
time
this
to pick my
Marla bitch
name.
is tweeting about how she hate Christmas. She must be an EMS employee. Because we all know they hate joy.
No.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to add, Mr. Block?
Nah, that
Can you
40,
can
you
tell
got
me-
anything, dog?
Hold on. No, we'll
Oh,
get to
my
40.
bad.
Let me ask you one more thing.
Yep.
Where did you get the oxy from? You don't have a prescription for it.
Stolen, probably. Stole it off of I've been snorting cocaine and meth and breaking into houses all day.
All day.
Yeah, with 40 and Mel.
Mhm.
Janetti, I stole a picture of his family and sold it at Garage Q. Is Janetti in here? It don't matter. I did that shit.
All right. I appreciate your honesty.
Yup.
Goes a long way in my courtroom. Okay, I need to question if they so choose to testify here in court. I need the Hanson looking dude. I don't know your name, sir. Honestly, the EMS, the one
All
that
right,
was
sir.
drinking coffee and just decided to throw it on the ground, disrespectful way.
I'll
Could
pick
you-
it up, sir. I apologize.
Okay, can you come up to the podium in front of me? All right, sir. Can you raise your left hand? You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth on the penalties of perjury. So help you, Mitch.
I do.
All right, sir. At any time, did you tell Mr. Block to take the ambulance, the EMS vehicle?
I definitely did not say take the ambulance
Remind,
vehicle.
sir, you're under oath.
Yep. He had a gun pointed in my face. He was talking about the Emperor, and I said out loud to myself, my ambulance runs a lot better than that Emperor, and it was not directed to Mr. Block. But,
But
Dude,
you,
what the fuck?
you said out loud to yourself.
yeah, I think to myself kind of person. I realized I probably was not smart in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
Today's a wonderful day.
Right. Do you see? Okay, I'm just gonna kind of, this is not normally how I do bench trials, but I'm probably gonna chastise the shit out of you right now, son. Okay, you're dealing with a convicted, hardened felon, and you're gonna speak out loud that the ambulance would probably run better than an Emperor. Do you
Yeah.
see where Mr. Block might go? Hey, that's a great idea.
I did say exactly that.
Bingo.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and
sir.
then you come in my courtroom and you throw a cup of you just bring a cup of coffee in here like it's your own break room or something. Okay.
Yeah, sir. I do apologize about that. As you can
Uh-huh.
see, I didn't think it clearly regarding the Mr. Block incident and the coffee, so I do apologize.
Right. Okay. What's your name, sir?
My name is Roy Armstrong, sir.
How long you been in EMS?
About 3 months, sir.
3 months. So 3 months you've been telling people, hey, this ambulance runs better than that. This ambulance runs better than this car. This ambulance runs better than this. You see where I'm going?
Mm.
Yeah, I do apologize, sir.
Right. You can go back. Thank you.
Damn.
Jesus. All right.
Oh, hey,
The
14.
female EMS. Would you like to testify, ma'am?
Yeah.
I will. Okay. The one who rudely yelled at me earlier today when I saved you off the side of a mountain. Please raise your left arm. Man, EMS batting 1,000 today. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth on the penalties of perjury to help you, Mitch.
Yes, I do.
All right. He had possessed your ID, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Can you state your name for the court?
Carla Jax.
All right. How did Mr. Block come to have your ID on his person?
When I woke up, I got out of my
What's she
integrity
saying?
apartment. I went up to Pillbox Medical, and that's when Mr. Block, Mel, and 40 rolled up, and they thought I was some other girl. That's true. They did call me another girl's name,
What name did they call you?
Maggie something.
Maggie
Yeah.
something. Is there a Maggie something in the courtroom? No?
Your
And
Honor, can you ask her to
then-
speak up?
Listen, I can't get people to talk loud. She looks very petite and probably does not have a very loud voice. Actually, I take that back because she was screaming at the top of her lungs earlier as her ambulance was tumbling down Mount Chiliad. I know you can
Yep.
speak louder, ma'am. Please do.
She don't look
Okay,
petite from back here,
so
god
Thank you,
damn.
ma'am.
when I was walking into pillbox, okay?
Mm-hmm. That's better.
Yeah. Then they guns at me inside pillbox, and because they asked me where my festive hat was, and then I said, "Fuck festive hats! I hate Christmas. So why would I pretend to love Christmas if I really don't love Christmas?" And then they told me to get in their sled, and that's when they kidnapped me the first time. And the second time was when they pitted our ambo, telling us to go down and help their friend, and they were jumped in the back of the ambo. And then they told us to get up with our hands up so they
Okay.
could get their friends.
And then what did he do?
Well, then they traded one of us at a time. I
Okay.
was the first one, so I did not hear what Roy was saying because I was already behind the cops by that point.
All right. And that's how he came into your ID. Did it fall out of your pocket?
No, he robbed me in front of Legion Bank when he kidnapped me the first
Why didn't
time.
you just say that in the first place?
Well, I said he kidnapped me twice.
Okay, but
Don't you growl at me, mister. I'm
EMS.
sorry.
Excuse me, ma'am?
You growled.
Yeah?
I can growl too.
Yeah.
Oh
not
my
in
God.
My courtroom. You're teeter-totter on a very fine line here, young lady. Do you understand
What's a
me?
teeter-totter?
Artson. He's having a heart attack.
The
Can
night is
someone
still
explain
young,
to her what a
Mr. Mays.
teeter-totter is?
You're going back and forth. You're getting close to getting kicked out.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I'm done with you. Thank you, ma'am. Just next time when the judge says, "Hey, how did he come to possess your ID?" You give me like some long version. You lead me down this path
Next time,
of who
say,
knows.
I got robbed, yo. He
You
went in
went
my
on a
pockets and he
narrative.
took
Yeah.
it all.
I got
Granted,
robbed,
we are in a
yo.
narrative.
He took everything.
Thank you. All right. The last lady back there. I don't know your name, ma'am.
The dispatch.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Dispatcher. Okay. What's your name?
Claire Everly.
All right, Miss Everly. Please raise your left arm. Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth on the penalties of perjury. So help you, Mitch.
Yes, Your Honor.
Praise Mitch.
Praise Mitch.
Praise Mitch.
Everybody in this courtroom, when I say praise Mitch, better praise Mitch. We're going to do it one more time. Praise Mitch.
Praise
Praise
Mitch.
Mitch.
Thank you.
Praise Mitch. Yo, shoot.
Yeah. All right, ma'am. Let me hear your statement.
Okay, I was working at Mission PD when Mike Block and 3 other individuals were standing outside. I attempted to greet them and ask them if they needed to file a report. Then I believe they asked me something about Christmas. I believe it was about a tree. And then my response was, "What Christmas tree?" And then, in usual Mike Block fashion, he says, "I bet," pulls out a handgun, tells me to get in his sleigh. And I was kind of hoping they were joking, but they weren't. They forced me to get inside of their truck, a red Sand King, I believe, with green underglow.
Okay.
And they start asking me where I live. So I try and give them an address that's further down the street. And I tell them
knew
Picture
it.
Perfect Drive.
All right.
And I tried to say I didn't have my keys on me. I left them in my locker at Mission PD. They didn't accept that.
Okay.
So when we got to the first house, the house that isn't the house that me and my girlfriend owned, they told me to open it, and I told them I can't open it because I don't have my keys, and they told me they would shoot me if I didn't open this house. So I immediately said, "Okay, I don't live here. This isn't my house. I can't open it." So I told them to follow me. They made me walk to my house, which is further down the road on Picture Perfect Drive. And they forced me to open the front door with my phone. So the door opens. We go inside.
So you
And
got one of
then-
those like August locks, like I have in my
Yeah,
house.
we have a
little
nice.
app. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. You know, you could just unlock your door with it, check your security and all that. It's
Right,
pretty
right.
great.
Okay.
So we get inside. Then they start asking me where stuff is. They start going around looking at our 2 desks that we have. and our kitchen and all of our stuff. And then that's when Mr. Block handcuffs me and proceeds to search my pockets. I believe at this time he only took cash off me, so nothing to value. I think it was like maybe $1,000. I'm not too worried about that. But he did stifle
Shit.
through all of our possessions and our house, and kind of they
When you
also
say
poured
our,
gasoline.
You own the
Myself
house with somebody
and-
else?
Yes, Mina Price.
Mina Price. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So I was still on duty, mind you, during all this. They didn't have me clock out or anything. I was still on as a dispatch. I still had my equipment and all that good stuff on me. So then they start going through the house, doing all their business. They had boxes of stuff they were pulling out of the house. But then they wanted me to make them cookies because they had Santa with them. So they made me preheat the oven. And while we preheated the oven, they said, we're going to go sit by the fire because their living room has a nice little cozy fire and tell Christmas stories. So they all told Christmas stories. And I figured maybe this isn't going to result in me getting injured at least. So we sat
Okay.
there for approximately 7 minutes and told Christmas stories. And that's when a female started pouring gasoline in the living room.
Which female?
Out of self-defense.
I believe it was 40 because one of
You
them said her
believe.
name.
Believe it was 40. Okay.
I heard
Oh,
DeQueen
yeah.
Dumas say 40.
All right. Also,
So
one moment. EMS, if you're getting calls and you're here, I've got your testimony. You can leave if you need to, okay? I don't want you to feel like you have to stay here. All right. The people who are dying out there on the streets are more important. Okay. Thank you. Do not salute me with the wrong hand, you jackass.
Damn.
Jesus. All right, ma'am. Proceed. I'm sorry.
okay. So 40 begins pouring gasoline in the living room. And that's when Santa Claus stands up and says, here's my gun, puts it on the floor. The gun that was on the floor in question was an S&S pistol. They informed me, or rather instructed me, to pick up the firearm. They then told me to say that Santa Claus is my bitch and that he will make me cookies. And I told them I don't want to do that because they all had guns out and they started pointing them at me. If I remember correctly, Block had a heavy pistol. Dumas had a vintage, I'm pretty sure. And Mel Santa
Objection, yo. That pistol was light. I already testified that I pistol whipped a pregnant woman with it.
Correct. Yes.
It was a class 1 firearm. They all had class 1 firearms. Santa also had class 1 firearm. They all aimed them at me, and then when they kept instructing me to pull the weapon out and use it, I hadn't discharged a shot at all. As soon as I pulled the firearm out, that's when I started getting shot in my living room.
Okay. Got one conflicting thing in your statement, man. First, you said you believe it was 4T, and then you said it was 4T. Are you 100% sure that it was 4T?
As she was wearing a mask, I can't be 100% certain, sir. All I know is that she was, they called her 4T.
4T.
So it could have
will
been
you
a
stop
female.
flapping your arms like you're doing jumping jacks.
She lying.
Okay. That's for me to decide, not you. Okay, ma'am. One other question.
Oh my God,
Mhm.
is she lying about you, 14?
You said you own the home with somebody else.
Yes,
Okay.
Mina Price's name. It's fully in her name. I live there.
Okay, what is Mina Price to you?
She's my girlfriend, sir.
Yeah, interesting.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Thank you for clarifying that to the court.
Any other
Okay, ma'am.
questions, Your Honor?
Nope, that's it. That's all I needed. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
You ever kiss Price?
Your Honor, do
they're
I
in a
have to-
relation. You don't have to answer that. No.
Okay.
If they're in a relationship, you can probably assume that there's things going on. Okay.
That's what's up, dog.
all right, Mr. Block. We won't entertain that in my courtroom.
Hold up. I got a question.
If it's relevant to this
It is.
bench trial, you may proceed.
You said you got a fire in your home.
Your Honor,
Yeah.
I
Go
do
ahead.
have a fireplace.
Mm-hmm. I
Could
could
you
get that from
see?
the
Could you
testimony.
understand how someone would see fire as threatening and need to self-defense against it?
You can answer
No,
that question,
sir.
ma'am. Okay.
You don't see how
That's-
someone could
that's-
see fire as threatening?
That's a drastic
Mr.
stretch,
Block,
because
some
you
people may
quoted as
perceive
cozy.
fire or wind or rain differently than you might. Okay.
All right, fine.
All right. Okay.
One final question.
Go
You
ahead.
ever heard the expression "fight fire with fire"?
You can answer that question, ma'am.
I have, sir.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Mr. Block, do you have any more testimony?
I'd like to call Bill Mays as a witness.
No.
Damn. He did say he hates America,
Well,
and I think he
you
has
know
some
what?
important stuff to say.
Actually,
Actually,
Your Honor, if I
I
may,
do-
I would like to have
Yeah.
Bill Mays as a witness as well, due to him being the one that was kidnapped in the beginning.
Well, what I'll do is I'll bring Mr. Mays up here and we can go over a couple of things. Mr. Mays, come on up here.
There's
I
still
don't-
time.
I would sure hope that Mr. Mays would not, hate America per se. Mr. Mays, you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth on the penalties of perjury, so help you, Mitch.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Mays, on to the statement that was made in the courtroom here
Oh, hello.
today by Mr. Block. Do you hate America?
No, sir.
All right. Do you hate patriotism?
No, sir.
Do you hate communism?
Yes and no.
Okay, I want to hear that. Why yes and no?
I mean, some of the basis of it is well founded, but the way
Oh,
it's
this man
executed
hates
is very
America.
poor.
Listen to him. That's a talk of an
Arson,
America
your
hater.
medicine? Mr. Arson, your medicine. Justice Arson, take your medicine. Calm down. All right, Mr. Mays.
Okay.
I think the way it's executed
All
by
right.
elitists is totally wrong.
Okay, I'm gonna do something a little different here, Mr. Mays. I understand where you're going with it. Okay, I just need to make sure that Mr. Justice Arson over there was awake and listening, and
Whew.
apparently,
Whew.
Mr. Patriot America over there is listening. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm
Zip
gonna
deep and
open
right in
up
president's damage. You can't do that to me.
for you, sir. I'm gonna allow the officer to ask you a couple questions. I'm gonna allow Mr. Block to ask you a couple questions. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So if you want to go ahead and turn around and face them, Officer Bison, you had
Yes, sir.
a question or two you wanted to ask.
Yeah, Bill Mays, I'm gonna make it super simple, okay? Just yes or no questions. Were you kidnapped by Mike Block and others?
Not directly Mike Block.
That's why I said and others.
Okay, it wasn't Mike Block, but yes.
Okay, who did you
Oh!
get kidnapped by?
Santa.
Who was aiming a gun at you the entire time?
Santa.
Okay, who else?
The guy in the motorcycle helmet.
Okay, did Mr. Block hold a gun at you at any point during this? I hope you
No.
know you're under oath because I watched him do it.
Why are you threatening me?
Okay. Yep. Don't
That's not a
threaten him,
threat.
okay?
That's a
You
fact.
you even
Mr.
said you
Mr.
did-
Mays, Mr. Mays, please
Yes, sir.
don't. Okay. Mr.
Okay.
Mays is well aware of what perjury and lying in the courtroom and okay.
Your Honor, you
Means
know,
I'm gonna sacrifice his ass
I
to the
will-
mall.
I will
I'm trying to
will,
decide if I want to
allow
say what I
you-
want to say.
if you have something to say and it's the form of a question, go ahead and ask the question. But do not directly speak to the witness as if you're having a casual conversation. If you want to speak to Mr. Mays afterwards or bring up a complaint or something,
I'm
then-
more of trying to decide if I'm regretting asking him as a witness due to things I've arrested him for. That's going to incredibly inhibit his ability
no
to answer
takesies
correctly.
backsies.
That's terrible.
Yeah,
No
that's my
takesies
problem.
backsies.
Too
Actually,
bad you
can I
can't
call
use-
Rhodes back real quick?
No,
Fuck that.
no, I've already heard the testimony from Rose this time. Okay,
But he was there.
okay, I understand that.
You said you
I
were
will-
there.
You
yeah,
were
and
there
you're
as
also
well.
lying, Maze.
I was
Okay,
there.
You've already given me your testimony that that Mr. Block had a gun out and had Mr. Mays on. I understand. Okay,
Okay.
all right.
If that's the case and he's not going to say anything else, then I got nothing else.
All right, I got questions.
Go ahead, Mr. Block.
All right, and I need you to answer them quickly. You said that you don't hate America.
Correct.
You ever seen Rudy,
Rudy who?
the movie, dog?
The movie Rudy. Are you aware of what
no.
the movie Rudy is?
Oh, I
No,
got
sir.
no further questions. Dog.
Okay. Rudy was a walk-on Notre Dame University.
Yep.
All right.
Where's my
A
medicine?
walk on. What's that?
Oh my god.
Oh, my
Oh God, I need my medicine.
Okay, so a
right.
walk-on is someone who
right.
walks onto
This man hates America.
a collegiate team,
Whew.
such as a football team, and does not
Whew.
offer a scholarship. So basically, they play on the suicide squad all the time. They get their asses pounded every week.
Oh,
Rudy
so
can
it's
take
like when you put your six in the middle of the hockey rink and your sick gets picked.
Rudy can take my
Basically.
jersey, coach.
Okay.
Okay,
He can
Yeah.
Can
take
I
my
clarify
jersey.
something, sir?
sure. I
'Cause
want you to
think,
clarify.
I think no.
I said, sure, you may
Okay.
clarify.
Yeah, it was when me and you were outside Pillbox. It was Santa who pointed the gun at me, and it was Santa who said repeatedly that he wanted to kill me when presumably Mike Block. I don't
Wait,
know if
I
it
was
was Mike
there?
Block. Yes, sir.
Are you sure?
Are you sure I was
Yes.
there?
Yes, you were standing with me, and
Did I witness this happen?
yes, sir.
I don't recall that. I
Hmm.
know I may have been there, but I don't recall you being taken. I was turned around facing Pillbox Medical, and I turned back, and you were gone.
Plausible
Well,
deniability.
you were there, sir, but I mean,
Okay.
if you didn't see it, you didn't see it. But it was Santa who wanted to kill me. Mike Block offered to take me to a clothing store and buy me a Christmas hat so Santa wouldn't kill me.
All right.
Santa was the one that put me on the ledge. Santa
Okay.
was the one who
But Mike Block was there with this party of people.
actually
put
Mike
you on the
Block
ledge.
ran up to the second roof and he was
Okay,
way up
I'm
in the
gonna
back corner.
ask you the question again. All right.
Yes.
Not Mike Block was
Santa
over
needs
there.
to be
Mike
stopped.
Block was here. Mike Block was over there with this person. Mike Block was with the other individuals, correct?
Yes.
Thank you. That's all I needed to know.
Okay.
All right. You may go back now, Mr. Mason.
Okay.
Somebody get that man a copy of Rudy.
Yeah, you gotta hey, listen,
What the hell?
you gotta watch the movie Rudy. All right. Who's the wild man now?
No, he could
This
take.
man said he's never seen Rudy either, dog.
He could take my spot.
This
coach.
guy.
Okay.
What?
All right. When court is
I
dismissed,
don't-
we're
I
gonna
don't even
discuss
know
Who
what
hasn't
Rudy.
seen Rudy? Raise your hand.
Anybody in this courtroom has
What
not
the
seen
hell?
Jesus fucking Christ.
Never seen
yo.
it.
What the fuck?
American.
Bro, they made us
Un-American.
watch that shit in school. I swear to God, they
Your
did,
Honor,
yo.
I'd
Yeah,
like
they
to
did.
point out that I didn't watch The Lion King until about 6 months ago.
Man, we ain't talking about the Lion King. We're talking about Rudy.
Rudy.
It's as
I'm
American as American pie,
I'm
yo.
just trying to
It's
you
apple
know,
pie, dog.
point out that I
We're
don't
talking
really
about
watch.
Rudy.
Well, have
Rudiger.
you seen Rudy?
No.
What the actual? I'm
Motion
about
for
to have an
summary
aneurysm.
judgment, dog.
Listen, I had to
Motion for
watch
summary
Rudy
judgment.
in ninth
Oh,
grade.
Judge Rudy.
Okay,
I
we're not
watched
going to
that.
do a summary judgment. Okay. All right.
Damn.
Mr. Block, there is one
Yeah.
other charge I need to go over with you,
All right.
and it's a
Sounds
charge that you contacted me on the radio about.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah,
Christmas
right.
items. I don't see
Mhm.
you wearing anything Christmas in my courtroom.
Hey, this
Felony?
entire outfit
Felony at
was
my
a part of the
discretion on the
collector's
ti-
edition
Rudolph
of
Sims.
the Snoop Dogg
Come
Christmas
forward.
album.
Come forward. I want to see this outfit.
That's Rudolph's
Snoop
nose right
Dogg
there.
Christmas outfit with strippers on it.
Let me
Yep.
see here.
I'll
Oh,
have
eh,
I'll have
are they-
Justice Arson
Hey, they
inspect
the
it.
ho ho hos. You feel me?
I was about to ask if they was the ho ho hos.
Yep.
Okay.
And this is Christmas red.
I'll be the judge of that, as my coat and my vest are most assuredly Christmas red. You know what, Dennis? This is in fact. I must say, this is in fact Christmas red.
Also, I got the I got Mary, Mother Mary tattooed on my neck right there, dog.
Oh, let me see. Let me take a quick look here.
Is it? Is that Mother Mary?
Yup.
So you're a Catholic.
You
She
can't.
be-
Nah,
be
it's
looking-
just it's like Christmas, yo.
It's like Christmas.
Yeah,
But-
you can't see it under my shirt. That's just
Alright.
her head. But if you could,
But-
she's given birth to baby Jesus on a bale of hay, yo.
But
Right
she
there,
has a
dog.
beard.
I mean,
You need
did
to sue your
someone-
tattoo artist. Like,
Okay.
Wait,
gave-
she got what?
your tattoo artist gave Mother Mary a beard.
I've never seen it.
Yeah,
What the fuck, yo?
there's a beard on there.
Well, that's
Alright.
that maybe that's my Santa Claus tattoo.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That'll cover the secondary the final charge there that I had to bring up in courtroom here
All
today
right.
about the Christmas felony. By the way, Mr. Block, that charge will not be going in the penal code. It was done under duress to save the life of Mr. Mays. Do you understand that?
Man,
Yeah,
all
that's-
right.
You
But all I'm
tried.
saying
You
is,
tried, but I got you. You got to admit I got you.
but look at yo, all these motherfuckers that raise their hand saying they ain't seen Rudy, but they wear it.
I know. They're not even
They're
wearing
a
it.
correlation, dog.
I know.
Just
I don't
saying, yo.
celebrate
I'm very
Christmas
disappointed.
This motherfucker just said
Haven't
he
seen
don't
Rudy.
celebrate Christmas. Why?
because I'm Jewish.
Oh, okay, that's
Okay.
fair.
Oh, Mazel
I'll go
tov.
ahead and put this bench trial in recess at this time, and I'll come
That's
back
fair.
with a decision
right.
probably in about 2 minutes.
Okay.
Well, we've already gone over the victims that were described in the crimes. I can't really, question about other crimes because we don't want to taint my view of this bench trial.
That'd be
Hey, can we
great.
hurry this
And you're
along?
a judge?
I gotta ship some cocaine off on an international flight.
Okay.
I got a
get this
flight, I
done so
gotta-
you can get your international.
I'm gonna have
flight
a
out of here.
briefcase full of cocaine.
Sound like Mike Block is going to be trying to
Maybe they'll
scoop up
return the
everything on our
cocaine.
floor.
Also, I got a body that I gotta finish burying.
I told you Coop has a problem.
Gonna plead my innocence now.
It's too late. You already.
Oh.
Okay. All right, Mr. Block. At this
We're
time,
feeling
I'm
left
going
out.
to find you guilty on all charges, sir.
Oh.
All charges. Yes.
Audible gasp.
Now,
Never saw that come.
you're going to be receiving a fine of $18,500.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I'll make that back in an hour.
I'm
Wait,
sorry.
I'm sorry. What was the fine?
Is that? Let me look at your. Hold on. This MDT. $10,500.
Oh fuck, that's worse.
That's zero. No, it's
No,
not.
Mike, that's less.
Oh. Oh.
Smaller number, Mike. Smaller number. Use your fingers.
Now, as for the mandatory sentence of 140 months, I am a supreme justice. I can, at my discretion, reduce some of that time down.
Ooh.
But
Oh.
I'm gonna ask one of your victims what this person thinks I should do in this situation. Man with the silver hair, I forgot your name. I do.
Oh, fuck.
apologize. What would you do if you were me? What would you do if you were me and you were gonna sentence him? Would you reduce some time off his sentence?
It's white hair, and no, I wouldn't because he shot me in my living room.
We had to do that.
Even if you came here for this bench trial and you were here for a while,
It's Christmas, bitch.
Okay, I would reduce it by.
and it's Christmas.
I
as
would
he
reduce
says,
it by 25%.
25%.
I'm gonna reduce you
Well,
by
that's a lot.
25%, yo.
Fortunately for Mr. Block,
That's what I'm on.
I'm gonna reduce it by 50%.
Hooray.
Your Honor, I'd like to point out that he just told her that he's going to reduce her by 25%.
Your Honor, I am gonna
As in,
punch Matt
he's
Rhodes
gonna
in the
cut-
head.
He is going to cut her limbs, Your Honor.
Hell yeah.
I mean, you don't know
That
that.
was
He could
a
be.
Okay.
He
threat.
could be saying he's
If-
going to help
if-
her put together an
if you
exercise
feel
regimen.
that
to get
that
shape.
lady's life is in
Mhm.
danger and he has just criminally threatened her, you can again arrest him and press
He
more
did
charges
kill my
against him.
sister.
Okay. What?
Ooh,
Everyone likes
no,
a
I
discount.
didn't. Who her sister is?
Wait, you've been convicted of murder
No.
Yes.
Yup.
Yes.
Yup, I have.
in these
But
streets, and you're out on the streets?
He murdered DA West.
I didn't murder the
Mm.
DA.
West.
Gravity did.
Okay. How many sisters do you have, ma'am? Because you. What's
Brittany
going on
Angel
here?
and Adrian Wester.
They'd be falling out the sky.
Well, the cops did say drop it down.
The cop said to drop her.
Mhm. Instructions were not clear.
I see. Okay.
Oh
All right.
God.
All right,
Oh,
I am
second
gonna
half of
I
that.
am gonna reduce his time. We've been here at this bench trial for quite a while. He did ask for a bench trial. I do appreciate that. I hope the officers understand that I am reducing the time down to 70 months. The fine's gonna stay. And Mr. Block,
Hey, put that finger down.
Mr. Block, I want you to hear me.
Yup.
If you do anything malicious tonight into tomorrow, and you get picked up, you're gonna be doing your time in MaxSeg. Do you understand me? Enough is enough.
Your Honor,
Okay.
can I
Oh my
ask
God.
for clarification? Because tomorrow on the East Coast is technically in 2 minutes. And
Mhm.
I feel that Mr. Block will use this as an opportunity to do something in 3 minutes.
You feel he'll do something in the next 3 minutes? Okay, Mr. Block.
Yep.
So you're claiming that Mr. Block is actually very, very smart and manipulative. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor, though most times probably not intentionally.
Okay. Mr. Block, if you do any more stupid shit while you're awake this evening into tomorrow morning, all right? And by that, I'll say 8 a.m. Eastern, you're going into MaxEg to serve your time
Oh my God.
while you do that stuff. Do you understand me?
Yes.
I'll
He's
be
about
awake
to
all night, and I
unintentionally
got
fall
no
asleep.
issues with going over there and walking you down there. And when you go into MaxEg, you get double, all right? You get 2 for
Ooh.
1. You understand me? The shit stops now. And 4T, that goes for you too.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I just want to add, he also has
Oh.
warrant.
What's that?
What?
What about a warrant?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
got
he
a
has
warrant
2
on me
active
for some shit I
warrants.
didn't even do.
Oh, okay.
One of
Well, I
them's
can't
for
do
the
anything
incident with the
warrants,
dispatcher.
All right. Everything's been tied up here.
Hey,
Mr. Block.
Road said only tase them when they go on up ladders.
What?
That's when they're defenseless.
Huh? What did I say?
All right. You can take Mr. Block back into custody. Heed my warning, Mr. Block. All right.
Okay.
All right, Mr.
Nah.
Block, go ahead and turn
You-
around for me.
you
I'm
look
gonna place
You're
you in cuffs.
lucky. You're lucky, Mike. I
Don't
would
do
throw.
it, Mr. Block. I gotta do it. I'll shoot you.
I
Don't
would-
shoot me.
No,
I
Mr.
have
Block.
to do it.
We're gonna put him in the mall, make him
Tootsie.
run tour gas as a rogue.
Oh god.
Well, I guess he's going to MaxEg because that's a
He's going
charge
back.
right there. He going back.
He going back. Like
All
I
right,
said, put him in the mall, make
I
him run
appreciate
tour
everybody
gas
coming
as a
in.
rogue.
If I did call you in here as a